if Kimbo gets destroyed. Is that it? No UFC fight after that?
I don't know. I mean, I think if he goes in and gets annihilated in his first fight against somebody that doesn't do anything, who knows? I mean, I couldn't honestly answer that question right now, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. It depends. I mean, everybody thought that I kept Junie too long. You know, a lot of people were pissed off about the Junie thing. But it's one of those things that I can't explain to you. You know, and that's the other thing, too. It's funny when I read the shit, you know, that comes out after the show's on. They're like, oh, he did this for ratings. Dude, when I'm here for 6 fucking weeks driving back and forth and over here and dealing, the last thing in the world I'm thinking about are ratings. We're over here, and basically what this show has become is a training camp for these guys. And when I say a training camp, I mean in every way. You know, not just fighting and you know, the way that they are with the media and how comfortable they feel and everything else. The thing is with Junie was, honestly, he was a fucked up kid. This kid came from a bad home, had a bad upbringing, you know, was in trouble, in and out of trouble his whole life. And then you saw throughout the season, I ended up figuring this kid out and breaking him down. He was afraid to lose. This kid was afraid to lose. He'd rather have me come in and throw him off the show after he disrespected all these people on the show and did what he did. He'd rather have me go in and kick him off so that he could go back home and go, they were all pussies on that show, and I would have won, but they kicked me off because I was too crazy for them and all this shit. I'm like, and then I told the fighters, do you want me to kick this fucking guy? If you want me to kick him off, I'll kick him off. Wouldn't you rather kick his ass? Efrion, he got in your face and pushed you and threw a glass at you and did this and that. The kid's scared. He's fucking terrified. And he wants to get kicked off the show. Is that what you want? And then they're all like, oh, no, yeah, we want to kick his ass. And Junie, it changed Junie's life being on the show. Changed him. He's a different person now. He really is. And he texts me all the time. He says, I can't thank you enough for how much you've changed my life. I actually feel like I'm somebody now and I can actually accomplish something in my life. So it's easy to say that we just sit back and we're thinking about the ratings the whole time. I want the ratings to be good. We want to stay on Spike. We want the Ultimate Fighter to live. But I'm not gonna do anything that would hurt the business or the reputation of the UFC, keeping somebody on the show, because I think we might pull another fucking 400,000 viewers. I'll never do that.
Play the devil's advocate to that, because you know everything you said was admirable about Junie, and you know I think it probably worked out the way you would intend it to work out. But by the same token, you're treading a fine line, because if he had thrown that glass and it broke in the guy's eye or something, you know,
you're right.
And you're also hurting the other guys, aren't you, by having a you don't have a zero tolerance policy, because now what are they doing? And so in this season coming up, you know,
you're absolutely right. I don't disagree with that at all. And that's why I kind of deal with things on a case-by-case basis. And I said that to him. You know what a sick person you have to be to throw a glass at somebody? Mm-hmm. You know? And you're right. He could have cut one of the other fighters and taken their opportunity away from them when they were doing the right thing and he wasn't. And you're right. And it was just one of those things that, I don't know. I literally, and this is the honest to God truth. The first day that I showed up there, he had done something. They had fought or whatever happened. And, you know, Andrea. Okay, Andrea's the boss here. We all come in and we do whatever Andrea tells us to do. And she kicks ass. She does a great job. I pull into the house, and she's got the fucking car out front. She's got the plane tickets ready. She's 100%, as is everybody, positive that I'm kicking him off this show. Mm-hmm. And I just showed up there, and I said, you know what? For some weird reason, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to go in there, and I'm gonna feel him out. Mm-hmm. And if this kid's a fucking punk, I'm going to kick him off the show.
Right.
If he's not, I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll still kick him off the show.
Right.
I don't know. So there's just no, Dana's showing up and there was a fight, somebody's going away. You know?
So so even with your situation with heavyweights, if something happened, and my guess is that it probably won't happen, but let's say for the sake of argument something happens.
Somebody messes with Kimbo and he fights on the show.
He fights on the show, and you're knowing, well, not only Kimbo is Kimbo, but then I don't have many other heavyweight options out there.
It would have to depend on. Oh, we do have heavyweight options. We have guys. We have guys, good guys, in the wings waiting if anything does happen. And it would depend on how bad it was. What happened, and I don't know. I just have to deal with it. But am I afraid to kick Kimbo off the show before he fights? No. I'm not. Do I want to? No. I mean, at the end of the day, I think everybody would feel cheated if Kimbo comes on the show and everybody's excited to see if this guy can really fight, and he gets kicked off the show for fighting in the house.
Right.
That's going to suck for everybody, you know? But I can't say that that won't happen.